Stand-up paddleboarding was never on my radar. Then a partner dragged me out to a lake. We rented boards for an hour and, okay, it got me. Fun enough that I got home and immediately went, can I just own one of these? But I had to think through what would work best for me. I knew I didn't want a hard board. A hard, rigid board means it's either on my car roof every single time or it gets towed in a trailer. That's a whole production either way, and I'm a hard pass to that. Then there was the inflatable version, and I was partially convinced I'd get to the middle of a big lake and slowly start sinking. Life vest or not, that's a no for me. And if I'm being honest, the whole standing up and balancing on water thing, I wasn't sure that I'd wanted to stand or be on my knees the entire time. I really wanted relaxation. So I did some research and I landed on this one, the SereneLife 10-foot inflatable stand-up paddleboard. It holds 350 pounds and is made with double-layer drop stitch PVC. Now to the standing part of the stand-up paddleboard. You don't actually have to stand. I added a seat, also made by SereneLife. It clips right onto the board's D-rings, and honestly, I float in a seated position a majority of the time. With the double-sided paddle I bought separately, it becomes my version of kayaking. And that double paddle isn't just nice to have when you're seated. I found it's genuinely the right tool for me. Trying to paddle sitting down with the single-sided paddle is rough on your shoulders and a pain to switch back and forth. The double blade is what makes it comfortable. So if sitting's your plan, I highly recommend that you get one. And when I talk about using paddleboards like this, people tend to view it in a different way, because most of us aren't eager to test our balance out on open water. We just want to be out there soaking up Mother Nature. Now, I'm not going to tell you it turns into an actual kayak. This is still a paddleboard setup. The hull's a paddleboard, so don't expect to win any races. But as a sit-down, take-it-easy way to get out on the water, it nails it. And the board doesn't make you pick a side. Feeling brave? Stand up and take the challenge. Just want to cruise and soak it in? Sit down. I love the versatility this gives me. Out of the box, you get the board, a manual pump, paddle, leash, repair kit, and a backpack. You've got everything you need to get out on the water on day one. I just didn't stick with all of it. The hand pump was my first swap. I had a hunch it would take a bit of time manually pumping, and I wasn't sure how well I'd be able to gauge when I get close to the 10 to 12 PSI needed for the board. So I picked up SereneLife's electric pump, and yeah, that was the right call for me. With it, I'm inflated and rigid in a little under 9 minutes with very little effort on my end. And deflating's even faster at under 3 minutes. We liked the setup so much we bought a second one in a different color. One care note if you get one. SereneLife says to keep it out of direct sunlight to protect the board. We stored ours in a basement, no windows, between trips. And 2 years later, both of the boards are still holding strong. I can't tell you how much of that is the storage versus the board just being well made, but I followed their advice and it worked out. In terms of transport, the whole thing fits in my car, which means no trailer, no roof loading, easy peasy. The one thing that is a workout, getting it back into its bag. Packing this thing into that backpack is like stuffing a hallway into a hot dog. And to be clear, that's the bag, not the board. The air comes out fast out of the board, and like I said, it's cramming it into the pack that gets me. I've taken to using the backpack as an accessory bag at this point. One small caveat from experience, the big center fin screws off for transport, the two small ones stay put. And the big fin is held on by a little washer that apparently you can lose. Somehow we managed to lose one of the washers, so if you pop that fin off, guard the washer. Otherwise, you could end up losing the screw that keeps the large fin on your board. Standing or sitting, when I'm out on my paddleboard and all I can hear is the water against the board, the birds, and the wind, everything goes quiet. No phone, no noise, no running list of things I'm supposed to be doing. Just me and the water, a peace and nature feeling. That kind of quiet can be hard to find nowadays. That's what I couldn't have told you I was buying when I was reading reviews for stand-up paddleboards, but it's what I got.